Have you ever felt stuck in life? Do you keep repeating the same mistakes and wonder why things never change? Do you ever find yourself thinking, why am I not making progress? Why do I feel lost, overwhelmed, or unmotivated? If these thoughts sound familiar, you're not alone. Many people go through life feeling like they're stuck in a cycle, unable to break free from old habits and negative patterns. But here's the truth. You have the power to change your life. Imagine waking up every day with clarity, confidence, and a strong sense of purpose. Imagine feeling in control of your decisions, your habits, and your future. The good news is that you don't need a perfect background, unlimited resources, or even luck to transform your life. What you need is the right mindset, the right strategies, and the commitment to take action. So, if you're ready to take control of your life, it's time to start now. Hit that like button. If you're committed to self-improvement, subscribe to the channel for more life-changing content, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Today, we're going to discuss 5 powerful ways to fix yourself before it's too late. Practical, actionable steps that will help you create the life you truly want. Let's dive in. 1. Take radical responsibility. One of the most transformative decisions you can ever make in your life is to take radical responsibility for everything that happens to you. This principle is simple, yet profoundly powerful. It requires a deep level of honesty and courage, but when practiced consistently, it has the potential to completely change your life. Radical responsibility means recognizing that no matter what external circumstances you face, your life is ultimately shaped by your actions, decisions, and responses. At some point, we've all blamed other people or circumstances for our problems. It's an easy trap to fall into. You might blame your boss for your lack of career growth, your parents for how you were raised, your partner for your unhappiness, or the economy for your financial struggles. It's human nature to look for reasons outside of ourselves to explain why things aren't going the way we want. And while it's true that life throws challenges our way, some of which are completely beyond our control, it's equally true that how we respond to those challenges is always within our control. Radical responsibility isn't about taking blame for things that aren't your fault. It's not about guilt or shame. It's about taking ownership of your life from this moment forward, no matter what has happened in the past. When you do this, you reclaim your personal power. You stop being a victim of circumstance and start being the creator of your reality. Think about it. If you're constantly waiting for someone or something outside of you to change before your life can get better, you've given away your power. You're stuck in a state of passivity, waiting for conditions to improve instead of taking action to improve them yourself. Radical responsibility flips that script. It asks, what can I do right now to move forward? What can I control? What's my next best step? For example, let's say you're unhappy in your career. It's tempting to point fingers. Maybe your boss is unfair. Maybe you feel underappreciated. Maybe opportunities seem scarce. But radical responsibility means stepping back and asking yourself some tough questions. Are you taking initiative to learn new skills? Are you networking with people who can open doors for you? Are you staying late to deliver excellent work? Or just doing the bare minimum? Have you updated your resume, applied for new roles, or explored other industries? These are all actions you can take, regardless of your current circumstances. The same principle applies to relationships. Maybe you feel disconnected from your partner, or you're stuck in a cycle of conflict with a family member. It's easy to say, they need to change. They need to apologize. But radical responsibility shifts your focus inward. Have you expressed how you feel clearly and compassionately? Are you listening with an open heart? Or just waiting for your turn to speak? Are you setting healthy boundaries? Or are you tolerating behavior that doesn't serve you? Are you showing up as the kind of partner or friend you want to have? These are all areas you can control, starting today. Health is another area where radical responsibility can be life-changing. If you're feeling sluggish, unhealthy, or stressed, it's natural to blame your job, your schedule, or your genetics. But radical responsibility asks you to take an honest look at your choices. Are you prioritizing sleep? Are you drinking enough water, moving your body, and fueling it with nutritious food? Are you managing your stress? Or are you letting it manage you? Even small actions, like going for a 10-minute walk, meditating for 5 minutes, or swapping one unhealthy meal for a healthier option can set you on a new path. The point is to focus on what you can do, rather than what's beyond your control. Radical responsibility also extends to your mindset. Pay attention to your thoughts and the stories you tell yourself. Are you telling yourself that you're stuck, that things will never get better, or that you're not good enough? Or are you choosing empowering beliefs that encourage growth and change? The way you think influences the way you act, and the way you act shapes your results. You are the author of your own story. If you don't like how it's going, pick up the pen and write a new chapter. Taking radical responsibility doesn't mean you have to do everything alone, either. It's okay to ask for help. In fact, seeking support is a responsible and courageous action. Whether it's hiring a coach, joining a support group, or simply confiding in a trusted friend, taking initiative to get the help you need is part of owning your life. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be committed. Start today by doing a personal audit. Grab a journal or a notebook and reflect on these questions. Where in my life am I blaming others or external circumstances? What excuses am I making that are keeping me stuck? What small action can I take today to move toward the life I want? How can I respond differently to a challenge I'm currently facing? Who can support me on this journey? And have I asked for their help? Write down your answers without judgment. This isn't about criticizing yourself. It's about getting honest so you can grow. Radical responsibility is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice. It requires daily commitment, constant reflection, and a willingness to make better choices, even when it's hard, but the reward is immense. When you live from this place of ownership, you become unstoppable. You realize that no matter what life throws your way, you have the power to respond with strength, wisdom, and grace. You are no longer waiting for someone to save you or for life to be fair. You step into your power and become your own hero. So stop waiting. The time is now. Take the first step, however small it may seem. Your future self will thank you for the courage you showed today. 2. Master your habits. Your habits are the building blocks of your future. Every small action you take, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment, has a lasting impact. Think of your life as a reflection of the choices you make repeatedly. If your daily actions are positive and aligned with your goals, you will move steadily toward success. But if you are trapped in destructive habits like procrastination, unhealthy eating, or constant negative self-talk, you are setting yourself up for struggle and disappointment. The good news? You have the power to change. Mastering your habits doesn't require drastic, overnight transformations. True success comes from small, consistent improvements that you practice day in and day out. This is often called the compound effect. Imagine dropping a single coin into a jar every day. At first, it doesn't look like much, but over time, the jar fills up. The same principle applies to your habits. Whether good or bad, they accumulate and shape your life's direction. Start by taking an honest look at your current daily routine. What activities fill your hours? Are they moving you closer to the person you want to be, or are they holding you back? If you find yourself spending hours scrolling through social media, binge-watching television, or hitting the snooze button every morning, it's important to recognize these behaviors for what they are, habits that can silently derail your progress. You may not feel the consequences immediately, but over weeks and months, they create a life of stagnation and regret. On the other hand, positive habits are like seeds planted in rich soil. When you take time each day to learn something new, move your body through exercise, or practice gratitude for what you have, you are investing in a brighter future. These actions might feel small or insignificant at first, but as they compound, they lead to personal growth, better health, and greater success. One of the best ways to take control of your habits is to create a powerful morning routine. How you start your day often sets the tone for everything that follows. Many highly successful people dedicate their mornings to practices that energize their minds and bodies. For some, this means meditation to cultivate calm and focus. For others, it's physical exercise to build strength and resilience. Some prefer reading to expand their knowledge and stimulate their thinking. There is no one-size-fits-all routine. The key is to find what works for you and commit to it. Discipline is what turns good intentions into lasting change. It's not enough to want a better life. You have to do the work daily. It may be uncomfortable at first to wake up earlier, skip unhealthy snacks, or shut off your phone to read instead of scrolling endlessly. But over time, these small choices reshape your identity. You become someone who values health, learning, and personal development. Ask yourself, what habits are holding me back? Be honest about them. Once you've identified these obstacles, take steps to replace them with better ones. If you want to be successful, you must master your habits before they master you. Make that commitment today. Your future self will thank you. 3. Cut out toxic influences. The people you spend time with have an extraordinary impact on your life, often far greater than you might think. Human beings are naturally social creatures. We absorb the energy, ideas, attitudes, and beliefs of those around us, whether consciously or unconsciously. If you surround yourself with people who are constantly negative, filled with self-doubt, or stuck in a cycle of complaining and making excuses, it's almost inevitable that some of that energy will rub off on you. At first, it may seem harmless. A cynical joke here, a dismissive comment there. Over time, though, these negative influences can start to shape your own outlook on life. You may begin to doubt your own abilities. You might question whether your dreams are realistic. The constant exposure to negativity can make you shrink back from opportunities, settle for less, and believe that mediocrity is just the way life works. And the dangerous part? Most of the time, you won't even realize it's happening. It's subtle. It creeps in slowly, but the impact is real. That's why it's so important to take a hard, honest look at the people in your life. Who are you spending the most time with? What kind of energy do they bring into your space? Are they lifting you higher or pulling you down? This can be a difficult process because it often requires facing uncomfortable truths. Sometimes the people closest to us, friends, co-workers, even family members, can be the very ones holding us back. Not always out of malice, but often because they're projecting their own fears and insecurities onto us. If someone constantly fills your ears with discouraging words, doubts your potential, or mocks your ambitions, it may be time to reconsider how much access they have to your life. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting ties completely, especially if they're family or longtime friends. But it does mean creating boundaries that protect your mental and emotional well-being. You have every right to guard your mind like you would a valuable treasure, because that's exactly what it is. Consider this. Your environment plays a huge role in your success or failure. If you're surrounded by people who believe in growth, learning, and possibility, you'll be inspired to aim higher. You'll feel supported in your efforts to improve and encouraged to keep going, even when things get tough. But if you're constantly exposed to pessimism and negativity, it's like trying to climb a mountain with a heavy weight on your back. Every step feels harder than it needs to be. It's often said that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Take a moment to reflect on who those 5 people are in your life right now. Are they ambitious? Are they kind, positive, and supportive? Do they challenge you to become better? Or are they content with complaining about their circumstances while doing little to change them? Sometimes, personal growth means outgrowing certain relationships. As painful as it might be, you have to accept that not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. Some people are only meant to be there for a season, and that's okay. It doesn't make them bad people. It simply means your paths are diverging. If you want to keep growing, you must be willing to let go of what no longer serves you. Letting go doesn't always mean a dramatic confrontation or cutting someone out of your life completely. Often, it just means spending less time with certain people and investing that time into relationships that align with your values and future vision. Seek out individuals who inspire you, who have qualities you admire, and who push you to become your best self. These are the people who will elevate your thinking, hold you accountable, and celebrate your successes with genuine joy. Building a positive circle of influence isn't always easy, especially if you're used to your old environment, but it's worth it. Start by being the kind of person you want to attract. Be supportive, encouraging, and focus on growth yourself. You'll find that like-minded people will naturally be drawn to you. In the end, cutting out toxic influences is one of the most powerful decisions you can make for your personal growth and future success. It's an act of courage. It's about choosing to protect your energy, to create an environment that nourishes you, and to align yourself with people who make you feel empowered and inspired. Remember, you become like the people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who make you better, not bitter. Your mindset, your happiness, and your future will thank you for it. 4. Develop mental resilience. Life is unpredictable. No matter how carefully you plan or how hard you work, there will be moments when things don't go your way. You might face rejection, failure, loss, or unexpected difficulties. It's not a matter of if these challenges will come, but when they do, how you respond will determine the direction of your life. This is where mental resilience comes into play. It's the inner strength that allows you to endure hardship, recover from setbacks, and keep moving forward even when the road gets rough. Mental resilience is not something you're born with. It's a skill that you can develop over time. It's like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. Resilient people aren't those who have never faced difficulties. On the contrary, they are often the ones who have faced the most challenges but have learned how to navigate through them without being broken by them. The first step to developing mental resilience is to shift your mindset. Challenges are inevitable, but suffering is often a choice. If you approach every obstacle with the belief that life is unfair or that you are a victim, you will feel powerless. But if you see every difficulty as an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger, you reclaim your power. Instead of asking, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? How can I use this experience to become better? Some of the world's most successful and influential people have demonstrated extraordinary resilience. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the electric light bulb. Each failure was not a defeat, but a lesson that brought him closer to success. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a worldwide phenomenon. Nelson Mandela endured 27 years in prison, but emerged with a message of forgiveness and unity that changed a nation. These stories are not exceptions. They are proof of what resilience can achieve. So, how can you cultivate this quality in your own life? Start by building self-awareness. Pay attention to how you react under stress. Do you panic? Do you shut down? Or do you take a deep breath and look for solutions? Being aware of your emotional responses is the first step to controlling them. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, and mindfulness can help you remain calm in difficult situations. Meditation teaches you to observe your thoughts and emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. Over time, this helps you develop emotional control, so you can respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Journaling is another powerful tool. Writing down your thoughts and feelings helps you process difficult experiences and gain clarity. It allows you to identify patterns in your thinking and recognize areas where you can make improvements. When you document your challenges and how you overcame them, you also create a personal record of resilience that you can look back on during future struggles. Another essential part of developing mental resilience is deliberately exposing yourself to discomfort. Growth rarely happens inside your comfort zone. Take on challenges that stretch your abilities. This could be physical challenges like running a marathon or mental challenges like learning a new skill that seems intimidating. The more you push yourself to face discomfort voluntarily, the more prepared you'll be when life forces you into difficult situations. For example, cold showers, difficult workouts, public speaking, or taking on leadership roles can all be forms of voluntary discomfort that help build your resilience. Each time you succeed in a difficult situation, you build confidence and trust in yourself. You prove to yourself that you can handle more than you thought. It's also important to maintain a strong support system. Resilient people know that they don't have to face challenges alone. Surround yourself with friends, family, mentors, or support groups that encourage and uplift you. Sometimes resilience comes from within, but other times, it's strengthened by the people who remind you of your strength when you forget. Lastly, focus on maintaining a sense of purpose. When you have a clear vision of what you are working toward, it's easier to stay motivated through tough times. Your purpose becomes a reason you keep going, even when quitting seems easier. In the end, mental resilience is about cultivating a mindset of strength, adaptability, and perseverance. Life will test you, that's a certainty. But if you develop resilience, you will find that no challenge is too great to overcome. You will bend, but you won't break. You will stumble, but you will rise again. Resilience is what turns ordinary people into extraordinary ones. Make it a priority to develop this inner strength. Your future depends on it. 5. Set a clear vision for your life. Do you truly know where you're going in life? Far too many people move through their days on autopilot, simply reacting to what happens instead of intentionally designing their future. They wake up one day feeling unfulfilled, wondering how they ended up where they are. Don't let that be your story. Without a clear vision, you are like a ship without a rudder, drifting wherever the current takes you. But when you take time to create a vision for your life, you become the one steering the wheel. A clear vision acts as your internal compass. It gives your life direction and meaning. It helps you make better decisions because you know where you want to go. Instead of chasing after temporary pleasures or getting caught up in distractions, you make choices that move you toward your ultimate goals. You have a reason to get up in the morning, and that purpose fuels your motivation and determination. The first step in setting a clear vision is asking yourself some powerful questions. What do I truly want? What kind of life do I dream of living? Who do I want to become? These are not questions to rush through. Take time to reflect on them deeply. Close your eyes and picture your ideal life. Imagine yourself 5, 10, or 20 years from now. What does your life look like? Where are you living? What are you doing? How do you feel about yourself? The clearer the picture, the more powerful your vision becomes. Once you've painted that picture in your mind, write it down. Don't be vague, get specific. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful. What does success look like to you? Is it earning a certain income? Owning a home in your favorite city? Running your own business? Spending more time with your family? Traveling the world? Maybe success means feeling healthy and energetic every day. Whatever it is, define it in detail so that you have a clear target to aim for. After you have a vision, the next step is to break it down into practical, achievable goals. Think of your vision as a destination on a map. Now you need a plan to get there. Start by setting long-term goals, things you want to accomplish in the next 5 or 10 years. Then, create short-term goals that will help you make progress toward them. Most importantly, focus on daily actions. What can you do today that moves you closer to your vision? Small, consistent steps are what make big dreams a reality. Consistency is the key. You don't need to take massive leaps every day. You just need to keep moving in the right direction, even when motivation fades. Some days will be harder than others, but if you have a clear vision, it will remind you why you started. It will keep you focused when distractions try to pull you off course. Remember, your vision can evolve as you grow and change. Life isn't static, and neither are your dreams. Revisit your vision regularly. Refine it if you need to, but never lose sight of it. You are the architect of your life. Don't leave your future up to chance. Set a clear vision today and take charge of where you're headed. Now that you've learned the 5 ways to fix yourself before it's too late, the real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Learning is only the first step. What matters most is taking action. Think about which of these 5 steps resonated with you the most. Are you ready to take radical responsibility? Will you start creating better habits? Maybe it's time to cut out toxic influences or develop stronger mental resilience. Or perhaps you need to finally sit down and set a clear vision for your life. Whatever it is, don't wait. Start today. Drop a comment below and let me know, which of these 5 steps are you committing to right now? I'd love to hear your thoughts and be part of your journey towards self-improvement. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button to support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more content that helps you grow and improve. And if you know someone who could benefit from this message, share this video with them. You never know whose life you might change. Thank you for watching, and remember, you have the power to change your life. Take action, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.